Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. Now I'm gonna talk about the banner which gonna come on this week. It is Final Fantasy 15 banner which featuring Noctis. And the strange thing is it is only Noctis because from what I know on Japan, okay, there are two Neophisian, Ardyn and Noctis, but on global we only get one. Maybe they will release it later in the future for Ardyn, okay? And we also only get one Neophisian Awakening next. Okay, so let's talk about Noctis first. So I can say that Noctis, it's like your normal chainer on the normal form. He able to chain with Stardust Ray, with Light Elemental Imbue, and also able to Imperial Light Element. So I can say there are nothing special on his abilities. But the special thing is on his limit burst. On normal form, his limit burst can imperil sword resist by 25%. Like you know that sword is one of the most common used weapon on the game. So yes, that 25% sword imperil are gonna be useful for your party. And on the Brave Shield form, he becomes true dual wield jumper. I can say that he is like King Edgar, okay, but for King Edgar and Mazurka, their damage modifier for jump damage is 80 times. For Noctis, it is 83 times. So if you count the jump damage boost they gonna get, then yes, Noctis gonna be the most powerful. But there is one problem I really don't like. His jump attack is locked to light element. So sure, he has amazing fairy and undead killer 150%, but this light elemental lock is kinda annoying because it will be annoying on both dark vision and normal trials if the enemy have like light resist. Okay, so kinda annoying, but yeah, you decide is he good for you or not. For his Trust Master reward, I can say that it is decent Trust Master because like you can see it has 162 attacks, so it is high if you consider this is only Trust Master reward. But the problem is the passive, from what I know, it is only work for Noctis variants. Okay, but yes, the side effect jump damage really supports him well. Okay, so I don't have any complaint for this Trust Master reward, useful for himself. And for the STMR, it is also pretty decent, which because it gives you 100% jump damage. So yes, if you equip both of these two equipment, you already get 200%. Remember that you can stack jump damage boost to 800%, so you really need lots of jump damage boost. So this kind of thing is really nice. Okay, and the STMR also give you undead killer, something that's quite rare in my opinion. So yes, definitely good STMR. And that's all for the Noctis. Let's talk about the Neophisian Awakened unit, Nyx. So I can say Nyx is really ordinary Brave Shield. Okay, I cannot say anything that's really good about him. He can chain with Bolting Strike and Stardust Ray. And again, the Stardust Ray chain is locked to light element. So congratulations if you have Noctis, because both of these characters are good if as a Stardust Ray light elemental chainer. Okay, and I think the greatest asset from Nyx on his normal form is his limit burst, because his limit burst, it is super dispel. The damage may be not that great, but this super dispel is really awesome. Why awesome? Because like you know that super dispel usually comes from like cooldown ability or Granny's ability, so their usage is kind of limited. Okay, so you need to wait for a few turns. But for Nyx, his super dispel comes from limit burst, and his limit burst only require 28 limit burst crystals. So maybe in the future, if you need that super dispel every turn, you don't need to worry, because I think 28 limit burst crystals is quite easy to get. Okay, so I can say maybe he is the best character to spam that super dispel at this point. Okay, really amazing. He also able to break 85% all stats. So yes, good, but he is not reliable as a breaker because it is 3 turns break, while the break moves is 5 turns cooldown. Okay, has 5 turns cooldown. Yeah, I mean, okay, so you cannot make him into your main breaker. Backup maybe okay. And for the Brave Shield limit burst, again, it is slow to light element, so I really hate it. Okay, but the good news is it is chainable with Protector's Bayonet. So yes, if you want to bring that Charlotte for chain, so you can do so. Okay, so that's all thing I can say about next for the Trust Mastery Word. It is average Trust Mastery Word. It is kind of rubbish, only 20%. But for the STMR, I really like this STMR. Okay, it is good for your tank, for offensive character, or yeah, basically when you need all elemental resist, it is pretty decent because there are not many weapons that gonna increase your elemental resist. So this one, 20%, all elemental, pretty dope. Okay, so yes, I don't mind getting him more, okay, because I like his STMR. Okay, so that's all for next. Now let's talk about the 5 to 7 star character, Cindy. Cindy here is a buffer. Okay, so her kits, I can say, is okay, but the extraordinary things about her is first, 100% machine killer buff. So yes, it is pretty decent, 100% machine killer. But again, if you already have, let's say, King Edgar, Eileen, Yoshikiri, then you already have machine killer buffer. Okay, but for King Edgar, you probably don't want to use it because you want to set up your Edgar to attack. Okay, but yeah, I point it for you. Okay, if you already have those characters, maybe you don't need her. But if you don't have those characters, it is nice to get her for her 100% machine killer buff. And another good thing is her limit burst. Okay, 150% limit burst damage and 30 limit burst feel. So I can say this one is decent. Maybe you say, oh, other characters already able to do this. Let's say Lumina, Realm. Yes, you are correct, but their limit burst damage buff and field limited to either Grandis or cooldown ability. Okay, so once you use it, you cannot use it again. But for this Cindy, as long as you're able to spam your limit burst, you can keep that 150% limit burst damage active. The downside, of course, because it is her limit burst, it is not, I mean, it cannot be activated on the first turn unless you bring someone like maybe Warrior of Light Bards. You entrust his limit burst to her, but that's kind of complicated, right? Because let's be honest here. If you really need that 150% limit burst damage and 30 LB feel, then I can say maybe it's better to bring that Lumina. Okay, Lumina is free after all, and she has great 150% and 30 limit burst feel rate, 30 limit burst crystals feel to everyone, and it is available on the first turn. Sure, you cannot use it multiple times, but I talk about Dark Vision scenario. If you need to use this limit burst damage boost multiple times on the battle, then yes, Cindy is better. Okay, so I think that's all you need to know about the characters. Now, the final question, should you summon? Sure, you should summon if you really like Noctis. Okay, after all, he has CG limit burst, so if you collect the CG characters, then he is your target. Okay, and I can say that it's pretty cool, his limit burst. Okay, nothing wrong. And the true dual wield jump is also pretty powerful. Okay, but yeah, I already said this before, it is locked to like, so good luck. Okay, and for next, yes, I know it is you should summon section, but for next, he is just like your average Neo Vision. You can chain him with Protector's Bayonet, so very nice, and his STMR is also pretty decent, so get him if you want those things. And for Cindy, yes, like I said, if you need that long-term limit burst damage boost, Cindy is your answer. But again, my favorite, do not summon if you already have King Edgar, Mazurka. I know, okay, I believe against general enemy without resistance, Noctis gonna be the winner because yes, he has true dual wield and has higher damage modifier for his jump attack. So without a doubt, he is probably the best jumper. But their jumps are not locked to certain element, which means you can use them on any situation, unlike Noctis. Okay, a really big disadvantage in my opinion. But if you can use light element, go ahead, pretty nice. And like I said, Nyx is simply average. Sure, he has like nice finishing move, but I don't think it is that nice. But again, there is area field effect he can do, okay? And the problem is I don't know what is the area effect for the enemy because the wiki only display strange number. I don't know the effect. Maybe that effect is groundbreaking. Do know, but probably not, I guess. But yes, other than that, Nyx is simply average in my opinion. Nothing special, so I don't think you must get him, okay? And for Cindy, you can use Lumina, Realm, Yoshikiri for Machine Killer. If you have those characters, then I don't think you need to have Cindy. Okay? So, I think it's better to save, okay? Because, like you have known, the MVP for this Final Fantasy 15 banner is Luna Freya. So, for me, I will wait until Luna Freya available, and maybe for global exclusive King Behemoth, remember, on April. So yeah, just be patient, I guess. Maybe next week we can simply save our Lapis at this moment, okay? And we also get 3 stars Behemoth. Okay, very nice. The most powerful Esper can be awakened to 3 stars. Okay, very nice. And I can say that we probably get Ardyn and Arania on next week, but the most thing, okay, the thing that pisses me off is where is Crown Prince Noctis abilities awakening? Okay, that is something that I have talked multiple times on the past. On Japan, they make Crown Prince Noctis into insane 7 stars attackers, but where is the global version? I hope they won't delay it until it's too late, okay? Maybe they say, oh, it's too powerful. But please don't think something like that, okay? Remember, if I want to be fair, remember that when we get like Dragon Quest, Kingdom Heart banner on the past, okay, remember on the 7 stars age, they nerf the characters, right? And they say, oh, we will return their power stat later. But what happened is exactly opposite, especially for Dragon Quest. Their power restored on Neo Vision time, which is useless, very useless, okay? So really, please don't do double standard. Okay, that's all I want to say. I hope they don't delay Crown Prince Noctis that much. Okay, so I think that's all you need to know about this banner. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy. Perfect, see you guys. Bye bye, guys.